Badstanza and Kempton Van Hoff, everybody.
What? No bios? Who?
My bio.
Is this? I'll stop.
Yeah, who the fuck is that? Why's that bitch on stage with us?
Dude, I don't know,
The
man.
fuck?
Somebody invite her? Did you bring her?
Nah, man, I thought she was your date.
Too old, man.
Oh, she is spring chicken. Chicken. Find us on the plains of Abraham, angels steering ill-fated chariots, carrying curse across surface, grateful to greater magic, tricks profession, tools of oak and smoke, and flame of first traveler forth from never blessed beyond benefit, nondescript, extra-linguistic O's lived in lucid vision, experiential, the light silvering blood on doors of apotheosis, shoving reddening thread of diction through the sore eye of original religion, chance, safety, singularly singing abandon, I am and he is, we old chosen migrants, bridging synaptic gaps, substantiating primordial memory.
Find us past the pillars of creation's vast, expansive, cosmic canvas. We are sages, cast amongst the constellations to the aeons abysmal plains of the ageless. Adrift upon a rippling pond of consequence, conjuring asunder metropolis, pondering anomalous receptive extension beyond encompassing dimensions. As engines of difference with a semblance of liberty sing songs of stringency, the strings, seldom strung by their looming epiphanies, bellow brilliantly, intervals in a cynical synergy.
Exigent sodalities overthink doing to stankin', while right actors capture truth in explosive doses of first moon's phosphorescent verve. Nervy, absent from nervous, heard this? Purpose. Cadence throbs in opportunity, unified anima bellow brilliantly, arresting pulse of industry. Spirit pronounces as selected those who know it, rove in tranquility of bottomless daybreak, 0 hour of biblical stakes, laden strake, sophisticated, elementally elegant, petrol soars on storm, selects destination, reflects blessing of no nations, never selling epistles to people, peripheries, not feeling this, but delivering missives to momentary attentiveness of those who know the need for telling it.
With the intrinsic drive of an artist, to capture the moments, saturate self in eclectic opus, float through tesseractic nexus of eloquence, compose muses benevolent. We, resonant octaves, emanating ethereal constants, we, works in progress, each allowed a certain level of uncertainty. We, curtains of rhetoric, wringing substance from irrelevance, we, keepers of the aperture's focus, inclined to capture the moments and find rapture in the doses of apotheosis. Thanks, Kempton. That was awkward. we wrote that shit together like 5 years ago or something. We were co-featuring at a yoga studio on Long Island. It's only gotten weirder. Okay. I'm Badstanza. Hi. Thanks for coming. Stop it! I've never known a devil who would turn away a broken wing. I've never known a caged bird who still possessed the urge to sing. I've never known a ship too tall to topple or too broad to sink. I've never known an organ that I couldn't poison with a drink. Casting off to cataclysmic wreckage, let your fears unfurl, cynical, defective. You're so pretty when you hate the world. You write a million tragedies before you pen your worth into a sin, curse everyone and grow from the dirt they left you in. Oh, dear. I know you must get lonely, Siren. I know you miss the coast. I know the frost on your window still tastes like ghosts. I know you miss the nights you knew exactly who you were. I know the brilliance you used to boast. I know your soul needs comfort, darling. We're no strangers to the cold. I know you fear this game of ours is getting old. I know the weight of the cross you bear. Your irises are crosshairs. I know all the whitest lies you've ever told. I know our past mistakes remain as dust inside our lungs. That's why we never have the strength to fight or breath to run. I know the taste of tragedy is etched upon our tongues, and we always fear that something wicked this way surely comes. Oh. Breathless, underneath a willow tree. Oh, the widow weeps atop a cliff, watching the sea recede like her kindred peak. She hasn't eaten in a week. She hasn't slept in days, just stands and cries with crowfeet eyes and curses coursing through her veins. It is the year of bruises and cuts, excuses and cigarette butts noosed, intentions to dust, loose-lit bottles of trust, blacklist vicinity. Beautiful broken note of infinity. She screamed at the sky and composed a symphony. Oh, anima, unbound siren, incessant ponderer, wanderer, hunter-gatherer, not that it ever mattered. She ran circles around eternity, yearned to be complete and pleaded for anything worthy of her test, but she was never impressed, never impressed. Immeasurable treasure in her chest, a sea of ruins at her feet, and she had never felt worth less. Behold, some lovers were never meant to be held, except by themselves, and her number was up. Speak of the devil, sip from his cup. Taste the rust she left on every single thing she ever touched. Sick to her gut of the guilt trips, the poison in the water, the atrophy on land, the angst in every orchard, and the scars born to the palms of her hands, alms and demands. Twisted witch known to slit her wrist with an asterisk, broke her back on an ampersand. She needs asylum. Basking in the light of that last straw she was ready to give. She thought she wanted to die. She only wanted to live. She only wanted to live. She only wanted to live. We only wanted to live! We only wanted to dance. We only wanted to play. Musical graves. Every bridge might be a dive, but every circle is a stage, so let's dance. Focus, pocus, willow brush, hypnosis, dosed, a cloak of trust, our footprints stroked in cosmic dust. The crossroads will remember us as tiptoes, lest we wake the giants. Blister, lest we shake the pious. Sticks and stones, befitting thrones for emperors and tyrants. Oh, hi. My name is Opiate Dystopian, affectionless, no end to this distress. We're ineffective, hence word to the resurrectionist. Her name was Festivus Depresticus, a vixen set too vexed to kiss her picture-perfect lips, her flesh so delicate. No revelry, no passing glance at sympathy. Elevated consciousness blanket beneath a willow tree. Empty temptress, wrathful and relentless in her actions, knows her guilt is just as much a part of her as her passion. Dance with me. In the gallery of shadows, waltz into the light. Lifted by the gallows, take a leap. Let's burn down every bridge in sight. We only needed to breathe. We only needed to breathe. Thank you. That was intense. All right. Lighten up here. I see you. I am the angel of breath. More than you bargained for yet? I still see God in water towers and the devil in debt. I am the patron saint of drunk mistakes, addicted to reform and quakes and storms. My trees, no shallow roots. My knees, no heavy truths. My palms are torn, I am a loser, and all my fears are on display. I pulled the splinters from my skin and built a home in a day. I built a replica of Rome in an hour for shits and gigs. I built a castle out of tarot cards and broken arrow shafts. With stones and sticks, I built a garden filled with bold, resilient greens. I've held an orchard's worth of apples in my eyes, and in my dreams I planted seeds. I dug a moat. I made a friend. She slit my throat. I've been a rebel and a joke. I've been a titan and a ghost. I've been a smile and a scream. I've been an addict and a fiend. I've been a writer on the run. I've been a prophet and a gun. And I'm having fun. Thanks. This is going. I'm going to be on the intertubes. All right. I guess I got 2 more.
3 more.
You think so?
7 more.
All right. All right. I wrote this in a past life. I I am not these days a picture of impeccable health. Lead me not into temptation. I always find it for myself. I've been in one too many fights. I stepped on one too many bugs. I stayed up one too many nights doing way too many drugs and punishing my lungs. I love to hate the monster that I had become, the melody that I can't wait to purge from my memory. I savored every cadence. They only conjured a hell in me, from opiates uncondoned to anhedonia, inconsolable. It's taken its toll, but I swore I would not let a substance have control over my emotions. I've opened my soul to ghosts and devotions. I boasted the notions, slit gills in my throat, swam across oceans, toasted the potions. I drowned in the opus. I kept my truths close and my fallacies closest. As I captured the moments, I had no idea what I had done. Once all the siren songs were sung, I scraped the resin from my lungs and smoked to detrimental fun. I'd no idea what I had done. Once all the siren songs were sung, I scraped the resin from my lungs and smoked. This is a story. Jack sold Jill a bag of pills, and she began to pop a couple dozen off the bat. Her dear friend Jack told her to stop, but she wouldn't listen. Said she'd rather go swimming through a sea of ashes, lost all her passion, and every pill that didn't kill her made her wish it had. The odds were never in her favor. The odds are never in our favor. Take it from me, I'm a vagabond with bloody palms and a book of humble handwritten poems. Every step I take is just to feed my next indulgence. Every move I make is just another nail in my coffin. I've been standing, digging another hole to land in. I've been stranded, thinking about all I've abandoned. I polluted myself, purposefully eluded my health. And I know the taste of a fake smile all too well. I am poet. Hear me speak. I've nothing left but thrills to seek and hills to peak, havoc to wreak and pills to stuff inside my cheek. I am addict. See me sweat. I hate the world. I feel like death. I'm full of drugs, wrath, and regret, and constant pain and constant debt. I'm over faith. I'm over closure, often lost and seldom sober, overweight, underexposed, I'm underpaid, I've overdosed, it's picture perfect, never worth it, curse the urge to binge and purge it, cloaks and daggers, folks and shaggers, vanities, selective verdict, moral fibers thick and tough, my knives are never sharp enough, there's tally lines carved in the mirror, and I feel the heavens growing near, it's hellish, and I spell it with the H I stole from heroin. I'm relishing the thought that I'm killing off all my seraphim. I'll perish in the dark as I start my daily regimen of self-detriment, and I cherish being called a derelict. We're heretics, Jill and I, just knocking at the door, but they won't let us in. Let us in! Fuck them. Thanks. I think Kempton's heard that one before. All right. That was a long time ago. I think I'm doing better these days. All right, picture this. I'm a bag of dicks. Put me to your lips. No, stop. Stop. I'm sorry. Stop. Okay. I'm a hunter. Blinded by the night, blistered by the sun, stitches in my eyes, fire in my soul, and temples on my tongue. Vultures circle low, leather on my skin, arrow on the bow, frozen to the brim, hell of chosen one. Fletchings on the wind, carrion call, rage in the broadside, quarry, game, or prey, target to be slain. In the brush I wait, fool a naked eye, plumage to the faith, whispers in my wake, voices live to die. Gaia grant a wish, wander cloven paw, scavenging for death, pray the hammer fall, strike up all your fear. Antlered ghost amid, strong and silent draw, cold and focused breath, loose a metal claw, turn the air to spears. Marksman in the dark, hunt a puzzle piece, 50 muzzle breach, sturdy browning arc, targeting the heart. Hark, the angel shriek, crashing to an end, bask in all your might, humble forest friend, thank you for your life. Okay. You guys are great. It was awkward, my glasses fell off before. Can you edit that out? Fix it in post. Yeah, all right, I guess I'll do one more. Yeah. How did it go? Yeah? All right, fine. Yeah, all right, I wrote this on magic mushrooms. I love this one. I can say that here, right? I'm on an introspective trip, calmly analyzing and sizing my intentions. I am committed to my mind's solemn suggestion to reform. On a trip to the outer limits of my consciousness, I grow ominously pseudonymous. The list of my names is bottomless. The entheogen humbles my perception as the substance still sets in, sharpens my perception. I embrace my imperfections, numbs the apprehension, the perplexingly copious tension of the Mobius running rings around my dimensions. My sight has never been clearer, my truths have never been truer. See through the eyes in the mirror, my skies have never been bluer. Expand the repertoire of your thought form, deepen the reservoir of your brainstorm. I am the Earth Day born, child of the oasis, hallucin a generation of space cases. In this days, I found my haven, flipping station to sensation of a vast and lucid nation. I am fixated on elation, past my pride and my frustrations. I am creation. I am idiosynthesis. I am perceptive and brilliant, reprehensible and blissfully ignorant. I am a pillar of resilient innocence, draped in fervid altiloquence at the precipice of my very existence. I speak with clarity and resonate prosperity infinitely and hope that the posterity can grasp the divinity. I practice auto-serendipity in all of its intricacies. I'm destined for victory. Even the sky has taken pictures of me. Thank you. And our next feature, since Noah's all the way over there, is my friend, mentor, writing, and business partner, Kempton Van Hoff. Give it up.
Do not carry for show. Hold for the moment when everything goes as it shouldn't. The last of 11 in a spiral of silver, will you bring me the air on ring I fashioned without articles in part profane? I return to interior to reclaim my adventure and adrenaline and ring again the sanguine from lucid stone. You know, nothing much, my dear America, nothing much to report. The war you lost but still fund won't make it to stalemate. The hunter and I commune in quiet that can't be brought but delivered, and back from something different, something anthem I sing. For love of no nation, and blood of my kin gone, and the tribe I miss. America, listen, there aren't enough wishes in your vision. There's no instruction for the saving of your idiots, no salvation for your children, but nothing really to report. It's all quiet on the front, peaceful on the street until the witching hour, and I will not cave. Do not carry for show. There's nothing, I'll have you know. What's up, y'all? I'm Kempton. How's Kingston doing tonight? Wow! Nobody answers those questions in words, and it always tacos. How you doing tonight? Tacos. That was a great echo. I love that. Oh, so good. All right, so we're tacos tonight. All right. Expect me in weather inclement like the Inquisition, rules exception, destruction of deception, and incandescent reveler of brethren. Just not home. That's over. The last fad of your culture that isn't, wasn't, and won't. Don't test excellence. It favors death over solitary soldier, soldering weapon only to create and root for escape, to fashion a shelter that might keep us safe. And paradise will simply have to suffice tonight, my maybe. This may be the strange surprise for which we're unprepared, perfectly well cloaked in concrete and culture of third scripture, of hidden and million shelter in the land where evil breathes deeply. I am the clouds of fragrant smoke choking faith back through lungs and veins, explaining life to skin, and the chill holding you still from gravity's grasp. Forcing balance to fail, and a high-rise could fall, you know, but this intellect extends structurally, and heart behind it fills you with more than hope. You know already to expect me in weather inclement, with all its attendant safety, maybe, probably, definitely. Back to the books, buying ideas, swing chains, break lockers, take hearts to heights, tread all night, hunt for unseen, gleaned from ether. Did not mean to speak before, serving unintentionally, misunderstood before believing, and shook the shit from a weird construct, shucked his oysters in a cold month, proper for love and fire and warm things, zip tight, holding pearls like your mouth. Sneaking strands over crooked lines, in their definitions I write in my language beneath the earth in correspondence with seas of other galaxies, moons, numerous as truths of cells and petals plucked from presence in the midst of minutes for wishing, an idea worth trading for boots in the minute when the dead creep close, in the absence of opinion, in the climate of fire. What is the climate? Oh, he said climate of fire. What does it mean? What does it mean? Nobody speak, nobody get choked. No, definitely not happening. So I will just be over here, spitting fire fervently to forget what didn't go down between mainland and island on a planet more suitable to my predilections. And I select better treasures delivered in real time in space for the dedicated, not media, bleeding peace through electronic wounds, held ubiquitously, not responsibly. When sick, I wear clandestine death of particular thickness and properly dark. Bring this ship down, hydrogen, strange fire, lens, blinds, timeless eyes, widen frighteningly, tighten to the bite, bitter to bridge's end, burn it down to embers, dig a pocket full of flesh, spike and roast and never rest, and sell your shit elsewhere. We stocked up on Black Friday. Selfies with my dudes. Oh. Anybody like camels? I'm a two kind of guy. I mean, one's not really enough, you know? Camel carry intentions to shape of desire, exquisitely defiling horizon. I line streets with frothing wake of religion. Carry me to magic and true theory of past proof. In the blue voodoo of my likeness, I like this. Solitude among you. Listen, repeat, listen. I am expanding simultaneity and I require a faster quadruped. Nonsense, this place is in light. Some wake, thus spake north wind. Deviant speed with atoms. Repeat, atmosphere. Repeat, H2O, we are circling quicksand, caravan backward from tomb to tomb, searching for an old friend alive in anima, thinly veils everything we think we know about magic, and failing pales in comparison to the capacity of quadruped companion to carry, to love, to steal away in solitary bliss and perfect surety that there's nothing we've missed. I makes it rain, y'alls.
Can you even read your handwriting?
No, dude, this shit is all for show. Yo. May today be your last effort to deal with yourself. Styrene blessings drift on wind, and should spirit lift again, donate brain to the end of science. Church to the end of church. God creates pain in crania. That was will of culture unkempt, undreamt of, depravity dwelling in lack of taste and tact and of fact, grace, I quit you. And the news in unison of 16 voices of reason on a styrene wax and caffeine dream drifts through prayers less language expiring, listen impossible, discovery of actual material undecipherable from energy. And did you make something today? A slow blank verse that wouldn't disturb dust on a casket floor. Speak. Nothing more is illness and affluence stabbing traffic ritual like sword at dusk. Sarcasm through your emotional constructs is fucked in futile utility. Please feel free to get sick of me. I'm just a monster looking for a home and a heritage soul. Some peace in the cold and a seat near your soul so close the question might be heard. Did you make something today? Of the otherwise invisible, did you drift and dream on clouds of chemicals, reassimilate with divinity and look for me in the places left glistening in the wake of my history, my earth, my sky, my chemicals? Remember me.
Can we consider like ending our set tonight with like a performance art piece of just kicking each
Kicking the
other's
shit
ass?
out of each other?
But
But we like each other too much. Stanza's too pretty.
I want to fuck up your very expensive teeth.
Yeah. I could turn those into contacts. End and beginning identical, engineer trepidation biblical, brings physicists mathless, knee-walking path to masters of the infinite, declare no dominion other than nothing explodes into slow holes and original division, mistaken to shake hands with everything.
Nothing lasts. Wish upon an avalanche of amber sands, dance with earthly tremors. Every mortared pillar falls. I question all. I, captain, turn a clam into a kraken, bend a boat into a brackish smile, a sphinx into a rubble pile pulverized. Punt an airship into bolder skies. Behold our vessel, contents under pressure spew the truest lies. We'll pull no punches, pull no pins. We'll pull a veil against the wind, eclipse the rolling thunder, clutch the rudder, motherfucker. It begins.
Listen to the anthem of the here. Oh no, a barbarian armada, bring bone cloud clubs, throwing stones from savage yachts' decks, wreck for a second on shore to fire hearts, to feed minds and chisel the history of Odin's progeny into face of black rocks before it could be locked in black boxes of digital preservation, cut the data cord, artfully splice time with swords to first wars, and eyes turn eyes to our watching constellation.
Caffeinated catalyst and cauldrons over brick and coal, propelled above a beating hearth, will tumble rocks and forge a soul. Prophets tip their scales to hazard, speaking every sentence backwards out of mind. Warriors will sharpen any stone they find and keep a harem posse tasseled tighter than a knuckled noose in poets' hands, constructing obelisks of existential truth. We gather here in excellence, a testament to every faith. Acid-fueled berserkers go in Herkimer and war paint.
Pick a prehistoric weapon back up from a pit of fire. The muse misses other brother, grim Grandin, strange humor, strange brand, bread of dense coals and saline ice, right? Break, right, axe whittle sticks to breathe life and scorch sustenance tonight. The owl's blood spoke of crimes without victims, ships seeking captains into the minds of the listless, find little needs doing besides fire and driving, distant from institution, destruction, obfuscated in dark casting, pulled up a shadow so they couldn't see me from the tower. Hour of spirit looms, shortest light weaves, longest laugh leaves, silent, strange math pass.
Thank you.
Give him another round of applause.